Hello and welcome to the culminating conversation with Ather Zia, who took over the Conflictorium Instagram handle this weekend. Um, I'm just quickly waiting for Ather to join.
Hi, Avni.
Hello. It's so good to finally talk to you after having followed your work and appreciated it for so long.
And same here. Same goes for me to you.
As much as we are cultural practitioners here at the Conflictorium, a lot of people who work here, we are also as much participants. We are not only observers. So the pandemic is also happening to us. It's also happening to the museum. The museum is not only archiving this time, standing outside, but it is in this time.
The lockdown after COVID cases started spreading had put us in a very challenging situation as a museum, which does majorly on in a physical space. We had to orient ourselves to this new situation where
We had to feel what it meant like to be shut and to not engage and to not be able to talk and have no space to talk and have no way to welcome people in.
I think we are also opening up a newer ways of engaging with the audience.
What are these new notions of the online space? I think the first experiment that we did was to do the weekend Instagram takeover.
હું સાવિત્રી મારો જન્મ મહારાષ્ટ્રના સતારા જિલ્લાના ખંડાલાના નાય ગામમાં થયો.
The first takeover was by Indu Rohit. She's many things. She's a filmmaker, she's an actress, she's the executive director of Dalit Shakti Kendra. She's engaged in the question of the Dalit identity. She's invested her creative urges.
सबसे पहले तो मैं ऑनेस्टली बताऊं कि मैंने पहली बार इंस्टाग्राम ज्वाइन किया और उसके बाद उसको यूज़ किया. मैंने उसको हैंड ओवर किया और बहुत सारे लोग जुड़े उसमें मेरे साथ जिनको पहली बार मैंने मिली या उनके कांटेक्ट में आई. तो अभी एक प्रोग्राम हमने लिया है, मिस कॉल कैंपेन है. राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट के परिसर में जो मनु का स्टैचू है, तो मैं बोला है कि उस स्टैचू को हटा दीजिए. आज़ादी के बाद ऐसा पुतला रखा गया है जो असमानता का प्रतीक है. तो अभी हमने कैंपेन छेड़ा है और उसको हटाने के लिए हम अकेले ने नहीं, बहुत सारे लोगों ने पहले भी प्रयत्न किए हैं. तो ये मुद्दा जो है वो कैसे हम लोगों तक कैसे पहुंचाए, तो उसके पहुंचाने का एक माध्यम है ये बना है कि मैं 5000 लोगों के साथ एक सेकंड में कैसे पहुंचूं.
Okay, so you've asked me to describe a lot of events which have happened.
The second person to take over was Heba Ahmed, who had come to Ahmedabad, in fact, while she was doing her MPhil and had studied the kind of violence that unfolded during 2002 and how it continues to unfold today.
And one thing which I cannot help but think of is the absolute futility of the way we are taught political science in graduation. In BA, one of the first things which I was taught as a pol science student was the difference between force and authority. Force is something which you are coerced into doing or not doing, and authority is when force has a legitimate stamp to it. So like, I can force you not to eat beef, but if I pass a law against cow slaughter, then that force has authority. Now the reason why I am saying that this binary between force and authority has broken down in India, right?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So good to
So
see
good
you.
to
So
see
thrilled to be
you.
here. Yeah. The next takeover was by Chan, and they have a practice around built environment, and they took over and opened up the question of psychogeography and spatial relationships with trans bodies.
I was particularly hired to study the built environment as well with my architectural training. And so the maps that we see here are from 2017. The drawings are from 2017, the time when I was staying on campus, and I was staying in the hostel 5-6 building that is there. And administratively, the focus is more solidity of that architecture and the ways in which, the sheer ways in which it gets regulated and logged, even blocked, right? Because they have constructed these partition walls on the other end of the dormitory level, which connects to the, I guess, the other gender in some ways. So it really goes out of its way, both architecturally and administratively, in its regulation of space to maintain the gender binary.
Jadi begini, pada waktu itu memang pemerintah Orde Baru yang didukung oleh militer itu memang melancarkan yang disebut sebagai depolitisasi.
Then there was a takeover by Cemeti Institute of Art and Society and their arts-based organization in Indonesia. What they chose to do was to put out years of their archives online and share it on the Conflictorium Instagram page. I think this kind of a takeover between two institutions is also sort of really also opened up the potential of how exchange works, how exchange of knowledge between institutions across South Asia works.
When we found one statement from F.X. Harsono in the archive related to the fear cultures, we feel like, what kind of fear is it? Because the emotions itself, we are in the certain distance, like the times and the space, and then also the context of the social politic itself. So then we decided to make a new archive by interviewing him, and then you also can see his explanation.
That takeover was followed by Ather Zia, who has been a poet, is an anthropologist, is Kashmiri, and she, through her takeover, asked one question to a bunch of other people saying, what does it mean to be Kashmiri? Or what does it feel like to be Kashmiri?
Genocide, and it really fits. And then when you think about what incremental and slow genocide is, that is genocide. You are killing a people, you're killing a people that you think of as a Muslim body, you are killing a people that you think is not you, you are killing a people that you think that their land is more important, because extraction, resource extraction is what we see for the past 1 year, brazenly in the face of Kashmiris. And I think they are facing annihilation at the moment, and they are very, very scared. And Indian masses really need to not think of Kashmiris as these terrorists who are threatening their country, but they really need to see how they have threatened their country.
Now it is 6 weeks since we have done the takeover, and it has been a very interesting and very learning experience for us, and it has been a very sort of memorable experience for many people.
I feel that the Instagram takeover at many levels broke that gap between institutional histories and personal archives.
So here was one opportunity where the person takes over and talks in their own voice, you know, and without any mediation, without any intervention, curatorially or editorially, any way. We are not intervening in their in the thing what they want to say.